Alright, Pro Digital Gear has something really special for you today. We are going to show you how to set up the Pearl Elite pre-treatment machine and maintain it as well. So first let's talk about the different parts and features. The first thing we have here is our touchscreen user interface, which has all the main controls for the Pearl Elite. Next we have our garment Platen, where we place our garments to be treated. On the garment Platen, there's a Platen height adjustment. You can adjust the height of the Platen on all four sides. And this is in a super convenient Platen drawer. Now when you need to clean the inside of the Pearl Elite, the Platen drawer releases. Underneath on the track, there are two levers that release the drawer. Press those both at the same time and pull the drawer out. Just make sure you align the tracks and push the drawer back in. The Pearl Elite also has windows on three sides of the box that open for you to reach in and clean if necessary. Our guide also tells us to never open these windows during a pre-treatment cycle. We also have our nozzle cap, which twists off very conveniently if you need to clean or replace the nozzle. Of course, we have our on and off switch, and our fan exhaust, and our pre-treat inlet. We'll show you how to connect the tubing to this soon. The nozzle is broken up into four separate parts: the nozzle cap, the nozzle, the rubber seat, and the check valve. To replace the nozzle, first twist off the nozzle cap. Then you're going to have to remove the rubber seat. Use something to do this gently. It should come out pretty easily. Then replace the nozzle. You were provided with an extra nozzle as well, and this easily fits back in the nozzle cap. Do not forget to put the rubber seat back in. And also check the check valve before twisting back on the nozzle cap. To set up and start using your Pearl Elite, you will need an all-purpose cleaner, shop rags or towels, and distilled water. In our user guide, there is a huge warning, and it tells us that this machine must be cleaned daily after each use. It also says that the pre-treatment should not sit idle in the machine for more than 30 minutes. It also tells us to flush the machine with distilled water only. First, we can plug in our power cord into the connector located on the back of the Pearl Elite right next to the exhaust fan. It's probably a good idea that you put your Pearl Elite on a power strip or surge protector. You can now power on your Pearl Elite by pressing the power button. Let's go ahead and walk through our user interfaces on the main screen. This is our home screen. We have our start and stop button. You press this to start or stop the spray cycle. You have your light pre-treat level meter, which displays the estimate light pre-treat remaining. You have your dark pre-treat level meter, which displays estimated dark pre-treat remaining. You have your garment selection, either light or dark, your spray length area, your cycle counter, spray density setting, your save menu, your settings menu, your home menu, your maintenance menu, and your stats menu. Let's look at our save menu first. You can save your configuration settings on the Pearl Elite, and you can save up to 20 different files for configured settings. These are located here. Right here you have your settings display, which displays the current settings for the mode to save. You have your save button. You can then open your files with this button, and then you can also delete files with this button. Now let's go over to our settings menu. We have our light pre-treat level meter, dark pre-treat level meter, garment selection, spray length area, fan on and off, select light garment button, select dark garment button, spray length setting, spray density setting, and spray density slider. Now we can go ahead and click on our maintenance menu. We have our nozzle cart position, power off button, adjustment button, water auto prime button, water manual prime button, light and dark pre-treatment selection, pre-treatment auto prime button, and pre-treatment manual prime button. Now let's go to our stats menu. This helps you keep track of your cost for material. You have your light pre-treat level meter, your dark pre-treat level meter, your level meter amount, you have your reset level meter, light pre-treatment cost per gallon, and dark pre-treatment cost per gallon. Your machine info button, cycle counter, shirt cost, total run cost, reset cycle count. So first let's talk about priming the Pearl Elite. When you prime the Pearl Elite, it ensures that you get a proper spray pattern on the garment. If the Pearl Elite is not properly primed, you may not get an even spray. So first, to prime the machine, we have to enter the maintenance menu by selecting the maintenance menu icon. Then we have to place a hose into the pretreatment container. We're just going to use distilled water for now, just for demo purposes. Then we're going to insert a hose into the Quick Connect pretreatment inlet. When you put in the tube, make sure you push until you feel it click in. Then give it a little tug to make sure it's inserted correctly. Another tip is to place a cup directly under the nozzle to collect the excess spray so that you don't waste it. In this case, we're just using paper towels since we're only using distilled water for this video. Select the light pretreatment or dark pretreatment using the light and dark pretreatment selection icon. Press the pretreatment manual prime button or Pretreat auto prime button to start priming. Again, the excess pretreatment that you collected in the cup can be poured back into the pretreatment container. Now we're going to show you how to adjust the settings on the pretreatment machine. Let's go ahead and go to our settings menu icon. The spray density can be adjusted by sliding the spray density slider up or down to the desired value. The spray density can also be adjusted by pressing the spray density setting and entering the value between 20 and 100. By touching the shirt, we can adjust the spray length by selecting the desired quarter length on the shirt. The spray length can also be adjusted by pressing the spray length setting and entering a desired spray length. When you do this, it doesn't have to be in quarters. Loading a garment on this machine is very simple. Again, loading the garment properly will ensure even and consistent spray patterns. Place the garment on the platen with the collar of the garment towards the back of the machine. Tuck the excess fabric underneath the platen. Then we can close the drawer. Make sure it's closed all the way. Alright, now let's show you how to perform a spray cycle. First, click the home button. To begin the spray cycle, the home menu will display the current garment selection, spray length, and spray density that will be applied to the garment during the spray cycle. If these settings are correct, go ahead and press the start button to begin the spray cycle. After the cycle is started, the start button will change to a stop button that will allow you to stop the spray cycle at any time during the spray sequence. After the spray cycle is completed, the garment can be removed and the process can be repeated. Again, it gives us the warning not to reach inside the machine at any time during the spray cycle. If you need to change your pretreat, you can do this by entering your maintenance menu. Of course, you'll want to remove your inlet hose from the pretreatment container. We're going to have to get the excess pretreatment out of the machine. Go ahead and place a cup underneath the nozzle again. You can collect the excess pretreatment that'll be flushed out of the machine. Press the pretreatment auto prime button or manual pretreatment prime button until most of the pretreatment in the hose line is clear. Place the inlet hose in the distilled water container. Press the water auto prime button or the water manual prime button to clean out the remaining pretreatment left in the hose line. Then you'll want to take your hose out of the water, then press the light or dark pretreatment selection icon to switch to the desired pretreatment. Then we need to prime the machine again by hitting the auto prime or manual pretreatment prime button until most all the water in the hose line is clear. Then place the inlet hose into the other pretreatment container. Place a cup under the nozzle to collect excess pretreatment. Press the pretreatment auto prime button or manual pretreatment prime button to start priming. Leaving pretreatment in the lines could damage the Pearl Elite. So again, in our maintenance menu, first we're going to remove the inlet hose from the pretreatment container. Place a cup underneath the nozzle to collect the excess pretreatment. Then we need to press the pretreatment auto or manual prime button until most of the pretreatment in the hose line is clear. Then place the inlet hose back in the distilled water. Then open the front window and place a cup under the nozzle to collect the distilled water. Press the water auto or manual prime button to clean out the remaining pretreatment left in the line. Now, for extended periods of non-use, it is recommended to leave distilled water in the fluid lines. This will help with priming for the next use. Also, it recommends to take off the nozzle cap and store it in distilled water. Now, when you turn off your machine, it is very important to follow the power down procedure. The Pearl Elite stores settings and cycle information, as well as estimated pretreatment container levels during power off. It is important to follow these shutdown procedures to allow this information to be stored correctly. So first, let's enter our maintenance menu by pressing the maintenance menu icon. Then press the power button. Now if the fluid lines are not flushed with water, the Pro Elite will not allow the unit to power down. You will have to flush out the lines following the steps that we showed you earlier. Now at this point, the Pro Elite will move the nozzle cart to the home position. Go ahead and press OK to confirm the power off. Then it'll be OK to go to the back of the machine and switch the power off. Of course, you're going to want to keep the inside of the Pro Elite clean, especially after extended use. This would be a good time to remove the drawer and use all-purpose cleaner to clean off any of the pretreatment that might still be in the machine. You can use shop rags or towels to do this. Now let's show you how to save your settings. Go ahead and click on the Save menu. The current settings of the machine will be displayed on the right side of the screen. Press the Save button, enter a custom name, and then press Return to save the file. To open a file, simply push on a file, and then select Open. To delete, simply select the file, and then hit the Delete button. Now let's go over cost calculations. Let's enter our Stats menu. You can enter the cost per gallon on either your dark or light pretreatment. The cost per shirt will automatically be calculated based on these settings. The total cost will automatically be calculated based on the amount sprayed during your spray cycle. Press the Reset Cycle Count button to reset the cycle count and the total cost to 0. To reset your level meter counter, press the Reset Level Meter button for the desired pretreatment. Spare parts such as the nozzle, solenoid, check valve, and pump can also be purchased. And I might have mentioned this throughout the video, but it's very important. Priming and flushing needs to be done as specified. The machine keeps track of when you prime and when you flush. So it's very important you follow these steps correctly. We hope this video was able to help you today. If you have any questions, you can always call the knowledgeable staff at Pro Digital Gear, 1-888-459-1482, or visit our websites, pdgvip.com and prodigitalgear.com, or send us an email at sales@prodigitalgear.com. Thanks for watching.